You know, Magic celebrating like they just won a title. Last weekend, the second pick. They can have Lonzo Ball, as I said in the previous video, but how are they going to get Paul George when they have a little bit of cap money, right? How are they going to acquire him, right? They got Noel Deng and Tiffany Mozgov owed a lot of money. There was no NBA team that wants them because of their contracts and their older players. So they're never getting rid of those contracts. How are the Lakers going to do this exactly? To get Paul George, they're going to have to trade Brandon Ingram, the second pick of the draft this year, Julius Randle, and combination of Clarkson or Russell. It ain't going to happen. Lakers did Paul George, big deal. Right? Come on. They don't have enough money to get a second star, so Sixers are in a way better position. The Lakers are in a way better position than the Celtics are, too. Yeah, the Celtics are in the conference finals, but come on. They're an older team. Still, they get Markelle Fultz, so what? Yeah, they get the Nets pick next year. Nets are probably going to suck. But there's a chance the Nets pick, could be outside the top 5. Never know. Probably won't, but you never know. But let's say the Celtics grab 2 years in a row, right? In the top 5, and those two kids be Fultz and whatever this Michael Porter guy become stars. Assuming they get him or pick, whatever. Let's assume that happens. The Sixers are way ahead of the curve over the Celtics. They are. Yeah, Jordan B. Ben Simmons, enough said, right? And then Josh Jackson could be a star. I'm very high on Josh Jackson, as I said in my last video. He's got all the tools except for free throw shooting and shooting jumpers and his outside shooting, his perimeter shooting. But his defense is something that's rare to find. Come on, we got a lot of young players that want to play defense. A lot of veterans don't want to play defense. We got a kid who wants to be a defensive star like he is, and he's such a great defensive player. He can block shots, he can steal. He's got the wingspan, the reach, and the speed to defend three-point shooters, make shots difficult for them. I mean, it's hard to find guys like this in the draft that can shoot threes. As far as the Sixers are free agency, Lowry would be a good idea, but not for a lot of money, not for a lot of years. If it was 2 years, $40 million contract, $20 million a year for 2 years, I'd be okay with that. But not anything past 2 years. I'm thinking Drew Holiday, he's 26, but he's had injury problems. But I wouldn't mind him, as long as I ain't a gigantic mass contract. I read Sixers, I think it was the Voice, Philadelphia sports website, and gonna find out Sixers are gonna be interested in trying to get Otto Porter from the Wizards. Otto Porter shot 45.3% from downtown last season for the Washington Wizards, and he's 23 years old. I would make a run at him. Now, for the first 2 years or 3 years, he was a disappointment in Washington, and then this year blossomed into a young up-and-coming star player. I would not mind at all to get Otto Porter, but obviously, at this point of his career, I don't think he's I don't think the Sixers should sign a max player like that. I think the underrated thing to do, really, and this is the interesting question, is C.J. McCollum. What would it take to get C.J. McCollum from Portland? Because I think he fits perfectly for what the Sixers want to do. The problem with getting McCollum, you have to trade. Third pick, you have to trade. Preferably you want to trade the third pick, you're looking for But, Portland already got a center, so I think he just did the third pick, the Lakers pick, the Sixers pick next year, and Kings pick. But the real question is, I think we all know we all want Markelle Fultz. To get Markelle Fultz, you would have to trade the third pick, the Lakers pick, their own pick next year, the Sixers pick, and the Kings pick at 19. And your Okafor, all those put together. Will that get it done? I'd probably say no, but it'd be tough for Danny Ainge to turn that down too. Because Danny Ainge wants to win now. And you have all those draft picks. You have the third overall this year. You have, your Nets pick, which is going to be very high again, and then you have the Lakers pick, which could be high. The Sixers pick, which won't be that high. The Sixers probably will make it to the playoffs, hopefully. But you have 3 first-round picks next year, and then the Kings high pick at 19. You can trade all those pieces together and trade whoever's the third pick and go get 2 veteran superstars like a Paul George and Jimmy Butler both. We'll see what happens, but the purpose of this video, I think the Sixers have a way better future than the Celtics and the Lakers, especially the Lakers. I just think, Lakers money problems. Just because your name is LA doesn't mean you're going to get great players. Certainly, great players are not going to sign for the cheap. You got to have the space of cap money to do so. The only reason why Golden State was able to sign Durant was they had to get rid of Harrison Barnes and Andrew Bogut and a few other guys just to make room in the roster to sign Kevin Durant. But, Sixers are better positioned than the Lakers and the Celtics. And we all should be, not all should be very optimistic, but I think a lot of us should be optimistic. But of course, it comes down to beating Simmons, of course, but being healthy. But man, they got mad skills, don't they? And with Josh Jackson, man, I think it'd be a huge mistake backing up on him. Just picture Ben Simmons, the great passer that he is, throwing alley-oops game in and game out to Josh Jackson without being any resistance.